Today I wanted to talk about okay, so I've been having for the past couple of nights just dreams about being locked up and people breaking in and people being after me. And that was a reality a year ago. And it's a reminder to me that my body is still processing the trauma. But I wanted to share this with you guys because it hasn't been easy. You know, this is trauma that for a year I've been just working on healing myself and saying that, that was the last time that someone would ever take me to, get me locked up in a hospital. But my body is still processing, and that's okay. And it's really hard. It's really, really hard. So I wanted to talk about today is December 24th. And exactly 1 year ago at this time, I was being followed and chased by at least 7 different people at all times. And on Christmas Day, I think I just need to tell you guys what happened in the Miami hospital, because maybe, I have no idea, but I feel the need to share. So it was on 2022, December 24th. I knew that I was being followed. I knew that they wanted to capture me and throw me in hospital, as they had done my entire life. And I was just on the run all day last year at this time. I remember I didn't feel safe. I remember that I was confiding in my friend, and he let me spend the night. Basically, they had this pizza shop that would be open until 4 a.m, and so he told me I could be there and they would watch out for me, and hundreds of people came in and were still trying to capture me, and they protected me. And then on Christmas Day, the police were paid off, and on the street in Miami, they took my shirt off, they threw me on the ground, and they were choking me so bad. I remember I was like, I literally cannot breathe. And then the paid off police said, call fire rescue, and fire rescue came, and I kept saying, I'm aware, I'm cognizant, I need to speak with my lawyer, like I'm not doing anything wrong. But the police said either, and this is 7 police officers surrounding me, so no one else on the street can see what's happening. And they told fire rescue, either you take her or we're gonna take her. And that terrified me, but fire rescue said, she's perfectly fine, she doesn't need to go to the hospital. But again, they were paid off, so they brought me. And in that hospital, I remember being in the back of the fire truck and just deep breathing and reminding myself, like, I'm aware, I'm cognizant, there's nothing wrong with me. I remember when we got to an emergency room, I remember saying out loud, like, this is not a real hospital, because it's just like when you know people are chasing after you and you know that they quite literally want you gone off of the earth. I was like, maybe this is not even a hospital. But they wheeled me in, and on the gurney, they put a bag over my head. And I remember just being like, I have to stay calm, but this is really, really wrong. And they tied, it was like these zip tie sort of things. So they tied both of my legs to the bed and both of my arms, had the bag over my head. And they began just pumping me with medication. Pumping me with medication. I think it was like, I don't know if this is correct, but it was like, it was a sleeping agent. So they kept doing, I want to say Ativan, but I don't feel like it was Ativan. It was some very highly sedative medication. And so I remember they gave me like 4 shots of that. And they were like, she's still not asleep. Now, mind you, this entire time, I'm like, I'm aware, I'm cognizant, I need to speak with my lawyer. The police ended up stealing my pants. They took them. They took my ID and my credit card, which were quite literally the only things I had on me at that time. And, yep, Christmas Day, I was locked up until New Year's. Now, the hospital did believe me, and I said this is an abuse situation, and this happens all the time. And I just don't want to take medication, and I just want to be able to feel safe. It's really hard when something so against your will is occurring, but you have to stay calm and you can't fight it and you can't even react. You know, who wants a bag over their head and to be tied to bed? Like, nobody deserves that. And so I recognized that a year later, my body's still processing, and that it's still a lot, and that's okay. And this is my healing journey, and I just felt like it was necessary for me to share, because I've really been going through it lately. But I'm so blessed. And I know that that experience humbled me. And I know that I'm not the only one who has experienced it.